You're being lied to. Not only are you being lied to by gaming companies, but also by your favorite YouTubers and pro players. You're being told that you need to spend at least $100 on a mouse, $200 for a keyboard, and at least another $50 for a mousepad. These prices are absurd for gaming peripherals, and the thing is, you can get products with the same performance and quality for a fraction of the price, and nobody's talking about this. In this video, I'll show some of the best alternatives to popular peripherals that perform as good for sometimes even 3/4 of the price. Let's start off with something that, at least in my opinion, is the most overpriced part of a gaming setup, that being the keyboard. Ever since Hall Effect keyboards came out, name brand companies like Razer or Wooting have been charging at least $150 for a Hall Effect keyboard with all plastic case and turbo sound. However, ever since Hall Effect switches became really cheap and accessible, the cost to implement these Hall Effects has become really cheap. And I mean really cheap to the point that you can get a full Hall Effect keyboard for less than $50. I know you need to get these keyboards from AliExpress, and many of you have this mindset that anything from AliExpress is bad, but trust me, it's not. I have ordered many gaming products from AliExpress that perform as good as products from Amazon, and trust me, there's no reason that these companies should be charging more than $100 for something that costs them no more than $30 to manufacture. If you're skeptical of the performance of these keyboards, you can go on iJoker database where they test the performance of all Hall Effect keyboards, and you can see that these keyboards are literally on par with bigger gaming brands. My personal recommendation for Hall Effect keyboards is the Monsgeek Phone 60. I won't get into details about the keyboard as I made a whole review about this keyboard couple weeks prior, but all you need to know is that it's really fucking good. The cheapest keyboard is like $40 and the most expensive variant with an aluminum case is 2.4 GHz, costs only $80. Which good luck finding any company selling you full aluminum Hall Effect keyboard for under $200. The next sector of peripheral I want to touch on are gaming mice. Gaming mice are not as bad as Hall Effect keyboards when it comes to pricing, but some of the offerings from AliExpress really put mice from big brands to shame. For example, recently there has been this Final Mouse clone with carbon composed material 30-90-50 and 40-gram weight for like $50, which is just insane. I'm currently waiting for my unit to arrive and I can't wait for the full review. For comparison, the Final Mouse costs $200 if you can get it in a limited drop, and I'm pretty certain it's not going to be 4 times better. And the thing is, it's not just with the Final Mouse. Want the G Pro X Superlight but can't afford the G Pro X Superlight price tag? Get a Michos A7 Ultra for like $40, which is just as good. Want a G703 Superlight that Logitech refuses to create? Get Terra Revolution or whatever it's called for $60. For basically every big brand mouse or mouse shape, there's a cheaper alternative that I would say is 95% as good. So unless you're like an ultra pro player that can notice 1 nanosecond of delay, I recommend picking up these AliExpress alternatives any day of the week. Another scam I keep seeing so many people for are for gaming headsets. Somehow every big brand convinced every gamer that you need a gaming headset that preferably has some fucking categories and RGB for peak audio performance. And no you don't. All you really need are dusty Apple earpods, an external mic for like $20 that'll perform better than like 90% of all headset. How do I know? I'm currently using the exact setup and I used to rock HyperX Cloud 2s and I never want to go back. I also recommend checking out the Koss KSC75, which are probably the best sounding and gaming headset for the price. I would still be using them, but for some reason my PC audio jack just doesn't fuck with them or something. So unless you have the money to spend on that good of a gaming setup that is this expensive, I recommend checking out these other cheaper alternatives. I left all of these products in the description below. I have an affiliate code. Thanks for watching and bye.